Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sequel Green here and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to take a look at some Sorate fights that I wanted to share with you, and we're going to start off with a fight against Boss Harley with my boy Black Adam, supported by Shazam and Bane. It does have max crit chance, so the crit chance on Bane is not gonna be very relevant for this one, but he's gonna benefit from the additional damage on basic attacks provided by Bane, and Shazam is going to boost his damage overall. And we're going to fight Harley here. She's immune to stun, so we couldn't really get the League of Anarchy in here to finish the job, so Shazam will have to do here. And we're just gonna pretty much combo interrupt her and use special trees. Again, we're going to do our best to go all the way to a 40-hit combo with them, but we're going to stop if we see that our power bar is going to be full, because you'd never want to stay with the full power bar, because in that scenario you will not be able to generate more power. And she's combo interruptible I mean, she is in theory combo interruptible after 2 hits, but Black Adam can do it after 1 hit, and most characters in the game can do it after 1 hit, but it's gonna be quite rough. Okay, tagging Shazam there, just to generate some power. Black Adam back in there, and we're going to go for another special tree. We hit her in the corner, so we can safely combo interrupt her and follow that up with the special tree into another combo interruption, obviously. Special tree in there, combo interrupting again. And yeah, Black Adam is... I kinda had the choice between Black Adam and Banshee, and Banshee on this account at the very least would go in some fights all the way to 60, maybe close to 70 mil, maybe sometimes above 70 mil, but that happened in very ideal circumstances, and this one is not going to be an ideal circumstance by any means, so we're going to swap her out with Black Adam. And to be honest, I like playing my boy Black Adam. He's an absolute Chad, so even if Banshee would have done more damage here, I'm not mad about it. You just got to enjoy my boy. A special tree in there, and we deal around 1.2 million or something like that, depending on the crit luck obviously and on the combo, but that's gonna be the average. We're going to keep spamming that every single time we finish a combo. Over here I went a little bit overboard with the combo, should have done it after 1. Combo interruption again, another special tree. Combo interruption again, another special tree. Combo interrupting again, and for the most part this went well enough. We messed up the combo interruption a few times, but none of them resulted into a stun, so I would call that a pretty successful endeavor overall. Another one, combo interrupting again, another one. You could like do the special tree after like half a combo, but I like doing it after a full combo, so I get at the very least above 10 hits, because that combo really doesn't matter in terms of damage. Okay, that was it for the Black Adam fight, and we ended up with a total of 45 mil. I'll take it, not too mad about this. So over here we have a little bit of a situation. Again, all the sub-bosses that are live right now wouldn't have heavily benefited or endorsed the League of Anarchy. We're on secondary right now, so we don't have Raven here. So I was like, oh, let's fight Bane. He's stun immune, so we could in theory use Joker, but the problem with Joker is that on this account, the same for the other one actually, Joker doesn't really have armor pierce on basic attacks, and my boy Bane here is going to be fortified. That means he's going to have a lot of armor. Now Harley on this account is not that spec'd out into armor pierce on basic attacks either, but she's got at the very least 50% as far as I remember, so that's obviously better than 0, so we're going to go with that one instead of Joker. But we're going to keep Joker in this team, mainly because just like Flash was not available, I still think that could have pulled more damage. But Joker still provides you some additional dot damage. It's not gonna be a game-breaking or a huge amount by any means, and as I said, I personally prefer just like Flash instead. But we're just gonna keep him in there. Now looking back on this fight, what I could have actually done, but it didn't cross my mind while setting up the team for this one, is I could have used classic Superman. Another thing that I didn't do from the start, but I'll start doing here in a moment, is using that special tree. Like, that thing will be definitely worth using. I should have done it earlier. I think we missed 2 or 3 special trees by not doing it earlier. But that's gonna be quite a lot of damage. Like, if you add up the dot damage that happens afterwards from it, after it's done, because it's gonna leave some lingering dot damage, it's going to easily be a 2.3 million or something, and that's gonna be quite a decent amount, especially since we can't stun this dude, so our basic attack damage, while being decent, is not gonna be the highest one. So if I was to go back on this and like play it all over again, I think subtract Joker for classic Superman, because that would yield more damage. Because again, even if you have maxed out armor pierce on basic attacks, your swipe attacks still don't get that applied, and they're going to bear the full brunt of the defense, sadly. And I think you can still kind of see it on the attacks if you follow the numbers. Like, the swipe right should do far more damage. But at points, if we hit all the good stuff on the normal hits, they actually do more than the swipe right, even with the firebox buffs, because of that huge amount of defense. And the armor pierce not applying. Combo interrupting again. Another special tree. Boy, like, Harley's special tree is such a great tool overall, because it's armor pierce and also has some decent dot damage lingering after it. And it seems to have a pretty decent multiplier. Like, this is often overlooked, and you don't have to use this. Usually the optimal gameplay of her doesn't use this at all, because her basic attacks just do far more in most scenarios, and you're just better off doing only basic attacks. But yeah, that was the fight with Harley without stunning the enemy. That's something. 120 mil. Again, you need to keep in mind that that dude was stacked on armor. He was stacked on armor, so a lot of our hits were doing unoptimal damage. I think she pulled off far more than Joker would have. And over here we'll have a fight against Black Manta. I did avoid getting hit with Dr. Fate a bit because I wanted to power steal some, because I had this sort of salvation. We're going to have Classic Superman do 2 special 2s. This is going to reduce Black Manta's defense by 50%. And we would have ideally needed to do one more to get him to a better point, because if the enemy is fortified, they are going to have max out defense. That means 75, and we only reduced 50. But yeah, it is what it is. I figured that overall I might actually miss more damage if I keep him alive and then get him tagged in again, and then get King tagged in again. So I just let him die there, and also there was a chance he would instantly die upon getting tagged in. He had the entropy, but that was kind of running out on him, because there's only that much health to spare, and it's a level 1 entropy, so he's not gonna reduce the damage by huge margins. We're gonna tank the super move here, no problems at all. We easily survive that, gonna engage the combo there. Special tree, we're going to try and push him to a corner. And yeah, I failed that. I will fail a few times the combo interruption against this dude, and I don't know what was wrong with me during this fight, because this dude is one of the easiest characters in the game to combo interrupt. And the problem was I was getting my finger off block too soon a lot of times. I don't know why I did that, but it just happened in this fight. And also, you don't really have to like you don't have to get your finger off the block button. You really don't. You could keep the finger on your block button while doing anything. You could have that press for the entire fight, and you would be fine, because game takes the other commands that you do as priority over the blockings. And some people, when they combo interrupt, they at all times keep their fingers on the block button, but I just don't do it like that. And I do another thing that's quite detrimental to me, but I've gotten used to it, because this, I think, if I look back on it, this is how I learned to combo interrupt, because I believed that you had to let go of block. That was a little bit of a misconception I had when I started trying to combo interrupt at the start, and simply this is how I learned it. Like immediately leaving block, like getting my finger off block after I have blocked the first hit, and then starting to combo interrupt. And that actually makes it harder for me, because I don't only need to time the attack correctly, I need to time the block release also correctly, and sometimes I release it too soon and I get hits. But it is what it is. And overall this fight, except for I think there was 2 times I failed it. There was 2 times, except for those 2 times this overall went well enough, I guess. As well as it could have. Again, we're missing out of percentage damage because this dude is very low on health right now. Another special one in there. And yeah, he's left with some health, but we'll see what we can do about this. Now with the Batman Ninja team, in theory my Batman Ninja team could do enough damage to totally kill this from this amount of health in a full fight. But our problem is, what we're getting here is going to be far from a full fight, because again, we need to let the other 2 characters die. It's going to be something similar to like Scarecrow in League Raids, but a little bit worse. And for some reason I decided to hit him here, and looking back on it I think this was a little bit of a mistake, because me hitting him and me using a special on him has made him unable to kill Grodd upon Grodd getting tagged in. Though again, I think this, I think honestly it would have been the same outcome even if I didn't hit him there, because no, there was no way he would deal enough damage to Grodd to the point where Grodd gets killed before he gets tagged out. But yeah, Grodd's gonna die here. But overall, sadly, it took us all the way to 1 minute of the fight to get to the proper part of it, because now we're really starting to play this. Because you need Grodd and you need Robin in there for their passives. But you don't need them alive, because the enemy tagging you in and out randomly is going to heavily reduce your damage. That was a nasty lag over there. If you have seen it, literally interrupted me in the middle of my combo. I've had this happen a couple of times on stream, and this seems to be a problem with Injustice Mobile since I can remember it. The random lag spike is not because of my device, I don't know what it is. It's just something that's constantly there. Another special tree in there. Yeah, from this point should be chill. We'll need to push him all the way back to the corner again, because he's gonna soon have super move and reset us to the middle of the field. Special 2 to reset the constant dot damage. Got hit there, but we're fine. Trying to get him back to the corner. Hopefully he doesn't do any swipe back into a jump attack before he's taken all the way to the corner. There we go, good boy, Black Manta. Nice special tree. Combo interrupting again. Going for 2 combos before special tree, because that's definitely worth it. We deal a ton of damage with our basic hits, and we deal a ton of damage with a 40 hit special tree. Not this one specifically, because this one decided not to crit or lethal, and we had 260 KO on the last hit. That can go all the way up to maybe above 2 mil. Yeah, that was quite an unlucky one. Yeah, I don't think we got that lucky with the crits, and the problem is we didn't really have time to get that lucky with the crits, because there's just so many special trees we have time to do in the 2 minutes that we had left to actually fight. There you go, told you, the last part of it goes all the way up to 2.1 mil, and boy, that one did 200k or 300k, that was pathetic. Again, a 2 mil one, getting a little bit of luck towards the end here, but yeah, it's too late to pull enough damage at this point. Boy, and that 530k on a swipe right is something that I also really like. That did more than the last part of the special tree back there. But yeah, there we go. We didn't manage to kill him, and I was honestly not expecting it, but he has a very low amount of health left. Now, I tried to clean this up with Server Banshee. I was like, we can either spam the Dark Side Firebox Infinite combo, or we can try Server Banshee and see how that goes. So we have John Sir Green Lantern, but a little bit of a spoiler, I think I should have gone with the Dark Side strategy. And this strategy would have worked perfectly, but I did a few mistakes. And this was a messy fight, but I thought I would show it to you so you guys learn from my mistakes. And kind of see a little bit of a different fight, because I don't think there's many people using Silver Banshee here. Got 3 disables on. We got John Stewart Green Lantern in there to generate some power, hopefully, but he didn't power steal on anything, even though he has a Sword of Salvation. Sirange will tank the super, no problems there. She's got a level 8 firebox and a lot of defense on her, so that's definitely not gonna be an issue. Another disable, all 3 disabled, backing off and re-engaging that. Yeah, I think it was a mistake putting the Sword of Salvation on Jon Stewart Green Lantern. Should have done that with Power Girl, because she's a little bit more tanky than he is. None of them are really built, so that's my bad. That man just got annihilated there. Special tree in there. We shouldn't stay in dot, because while Silver Banshee has maxed out defense, without you putting any defense on her, she's gonna really struggle with dot damage. And boy, this dude has quite an annoying AI actually, and this is a thing you don't discover, because usually what you do is you use here Kinflan Sakomen, which is gonna be able to easily lock this dude into an infinite combo, or even if you don't do that, use Hellboy as a tank and you're just gonna tag in the perfect moments, or use the Bat Ninja team where you're going to come and interrupt him. But if we want to be more mobile and have a little bit of a different playstyle here, we'll really get punished for it. He seems to have that problem that annoys me, that sometimes he transitions very fast into a block after a jump attack or something, faster than most characters, and that's a little bit of an unfair mechanic if you ask me, but it is what it is. special tree in there. At this point, we're not gonna get any combo builds by Power Girl for the most part. So if we're... See what I mean? That man just blocks so much and so fast. Boy, chill a bit. And yeah, since this is gonna be the last fight of the video and we're not gonna be able to extensively talk about it while the next fight would be happening as I usually do, gonna give you a little bit of a spoiler. This fight is gonna be a failure to the point where if only one of my special trees, as far as I remember, would have critted, this would have been a cleanup. You would have been dead. It was literally one special tree crit away from being unstable, and we got so many non-crits that pisses me off. But yeah, this was it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the video. Dislike it if you dislike it. Maybe hit that bell button to get notified for all uploads. And with all that out of the way, I'll see you in the next one.